and thousands of channels of people doing all sorts of things that you will love, things that you will laugh at, things that you will be disgusted at. And why would you want to watch my channel? What's the point? What's the purpose of watching my channel? And these are questions I ask myself all the time as a creator here on YouTube. You know, why am I here? Why am I sharing with you? What is the point? Think of this like a kind of podcast interlude into what I usually do in the channel. I've been, I think, sharing with you guys on some of the videos recently that I want to figure out what my channel is about. What is it I want to share with you guys here, and what is it that I want to engage with, interact with, the purpose of my channel. And I am remembering that the reason I set up my channel was for myself. It was to record my progress, record what I get up to in my studio space, in my creative space, be able to have dialogue that I can look back at and I can understand maybe where I was at that time in my life, of what I was doing, of what I was creating, of where my mind was at when it comes to my creative process. So there's that aspect of it, which I love, the fact that we can record what we're doing and we have a place, like a really huge visual library to store that in. The other side of why I wanted to be able to share here on YouTube is that I want to be able to encourage others to jump onto their creative horse, to be able to realize that there is a place for whatever creative sphere, as I keep calling it, that they want to have an input into their lives. And so I know for myself, I love using a whole range of mediums. And so that being the case, I think that I'm well placed to be on this channel, to be on this resource, to share with others, and to be able to show how I navigate using these mediums, and why I feel that some of the subject matters I cover are of interest to me, and tell the story, you know, the backstory of why I do what I do, and to encourage others, as I was saying, to be brave and to be courageous and to be bold, to take on that journey for themselves. I feel like art, or being creative, I should say, is something that we all have in our lives and we can have in our lives. We are creative beings, and that's just my way of viewing things. But yeah, I feel like we need to be creative. And so that's why I'm sharing with you guys. I mean, I could easily do this behind closed doors, minding my business, and not having anything to do with anybody. But I feel like this channel helps me to do two things. As I said, to log what it is that I'm doing for myself, for my future posterity, or is that even the word? Like for future reference for myself. And also to see how far I've come from where I started. I mean, when I look at some of my older videos, oh my goodness, those videos, I was really trying. I've always been trying wherever I was, and I've seen it as a season. And I've not felt the need to rush myself in those situations. I love watching other artists and creatives here on YouTube and other resources we have around the world. And I just really enjoy seeing how people are using their time, how they are being creative and inventing things and innovating. I absolutely love it. So we do consume a lot. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of videos just like mine on YouTube. So why stop at mine? You know, if you happen to have stopped on mine, this is an interlude to what I usually do. This is not what I usually have a conversation like. I usually have artwork going and I'm painting, and I usually talk over that voiceover, or try and do lives as well. I've been trying to do some lives, but my point I'm trying to make from this little chat podcasty video session here is I'm trying to push myself in what I share with you guys here. I'm trying to be aware of what my personal art practice as an artist is, and I'm also looking at my skill set, trying to focus on so many things I have interest in. So that's why I was saying that I love to write. I want to be able to share that here on my channel and share that with you. I love to use different mediums, so sharing that with you. I'm trying to improve my editing skills. So this video here, I'm using my camcorder, and hopefully I can learn how to edit it and make it a little bit more jazzy. You know, all the things we dream of when we watch other YouTubers and their videos. I want to practice that. I want to dive straight in. And why not? Because this is like a time where we can have so much access to technology and ways of learning and improving ourselves in things that we would never have had the opportunity to do in the past. I think I've repeated now a few times. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. And in that 10 years, I would say this latter part, this last maybe say 3 years, has been when I've slowly started waking up to how I can approach my channel. And it takes time. Everything takes time. So I am eager to dive into that. So I'm going to be practicing my editing, trying out all different kinds of setups and things. I've got my light box here and I've got my camcorder here and I'm looking at myself and it's a lot brighter. I filmed in the past some of my videos and they were quite dark, but I'm trying to be proactive and watching a lot of other videos here on YouTube because it's an absolute resource and trying to figure out how to get my setting to be a lot brighter. So I really love the way that this looks. My glasses are probably getting in the way because of the reflection, but that's all I can do for now. This is it. So yeah, let me see what else I had on my list to share with you guys. Let's see. I had a whole range of things I was going to say, but I'm going to leave that for another time. But mainly the question I had, as I said from the beginning, was why should you watch my YouTube channel? And I'm hoping to inspire you here on my channel. I'm hoping to encourage you and just to share what I do in the studio. I know that might not be of interest to everybody. There might be bits that you dip in and out of what it is I share here on the channel, but please do give suggestions as well. If there's things you've seen and you thought they were of interest, please let me know and I can expand on those. I can share with you in that. There was someone who asked me about doing, like some jellyfish paintings, and I did something like that as well. So I can interact with people with suggestions and it will push me to try things that I might not have done. So I'm eager to learn. That's another thing as well. It's not just about me doing stuff on this channel and just getting on with it. I love to learn. I also love to consume knowledge and basically if I am doing something and another way of doing it, I am open to hearing that. So I'm really open to learning. So sharing also allows for that, interaction from going back and forth. And yeah, so what I've got here, another example of discussion as to why you should watch my channel. Not all the channels we watch here on YouTube are constructive. We're going to have to acknowledge that right now. And as I said before, you don't have to watch my channel. We have freedom to on how we spend our time. Time is precious. So not everything that we watch will grow our brains and not everything will be entertaining. And we start off with a visual, with thumbnails. When we look on YouTube here, we see thumbnails. So all these kind of things are what spark us to watch certain videos. And thumbnails for me, I was thinking about this. It's such an interesting name, thumbnails. Looking at the thumb and the nail. I don't know. I just find it really interesting. It's like who was allowed to name these things? Thumbnail. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say is we have so many things, just flashing before us all the time on television, on YouTube, on our phones, and there's a lot going on. So I am very, very aware that you do not have to watch this channel. You don't have to spend your time with me. You have the freedom of choice to do what you want to do. And for me, my choice is to spend time sharing what I'm doing with you guys. So feel open, feel free to open that door, click on that button, subscribe, and find out what I get up to each week. And that's a choice that you can make, and it's not something that is, I would say, apart from, spending the time and seeing what I get up to. Please do let me know if you have any ideas. I really want to hear from you guys. Also, all my subscribers as well. Thank you so much for doing that, for subscribing, for spending the time to watch my channel. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I really want to be able to learn from you as well because I love learning. That is one thing that I've always been interested in, is knowing different things. So let's see. Yeah, so this is the part that I said before, that I started this channel for me, to record my journey. and to share my art and to encourage you to start your journey and in your adventures of creativity. So watching me, kind of go through my challenges, I hope will encourage you to be able to take that step into getting onto our journey and also sharing with others as well, because there's so many people that have so much talent that are not sharing it. And so why should you watch my channel? I am one of those people. I'm one of those people who love to be creative like everybody else, and I'm making the space. This is a space for me to share that creativity and to, as I said, visually show you me in action creating my artwork, and hopefully will kickstart your imagination into what you could do for yourself. So that's why I'm here. So why should you watch my channel? You don't have to watch my channel. You could watch any channel. And I have to acknowledge that because that is the reality of the world we're in, of the consumption culture that we're in. So I'm grateful for you spending time today for this very quick chat, podcasty, conversational share with you guys. And I want to be able to do more of this. So yeah, I'm gonna go now and do some other stuff. I already started with a little photo shoot with some of my artwork that I'm gonna put on my website. So I'm gonna get on with doing some of that and prepping. And also, I'll just show you quickly. Because here I do so many things, like I'm saying. I paint, I mean, look through all the videos. But I was printing out some of my stickers yesterday that I will be, let's see, how close can I get this? Yeah. That I will be basically taken in to get restocked into my art shop on in Edinburgh. I have a shop in Edinburgh that I put my artwork in. So let's see, can this focus? It's very bright. They're very reflective as well. So, but yeah, little stickers that I have. There we go. When I get the light out, you can see a little bit better. So I have a whole range of stickers here that I created that I'm going to be taking into the shop. So that's what I do here on the channel. So check out my other videos and you can see what else I get up to. Or in the description as well, I have more information. But thank you so much for being here. And as I said before, my name is Beatrice Ajayi. I'm an artist based in Glasgow in Scotland. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Bye.